Alright, so I have an actual video. This is actually going to start with photos. These pictures are of this driver's seat base and that fire extinguisher. As you can see, I removed the fire extinguisher and I am changing the base of that driver's seat. We are installing a new base. As you can see here, the base goes further back, so the driver has more room in the front. Right there you see where I covered up the holes left by the previous bracket, by the bracket of the fire extinguisher. And so the seat now can go further back and the driver has more leg room. And so we did this to a bunch of our buses so that it would be more comfortable to the drivers. Now after the seat was done, I took measurements and put this bracket on this driver door. Okay, thank you for clicking on this video. Today I have the installation of a fire extinguisher bracket. So I am mounting this bracket on this driver's barrier door on a transit bus. The original bracket was behind the driver's seat. We ran a campaign to swap the driver's seat base for one that can allow the driver's seat to move further back. Drivers were complaining they didn't have enough leg room, so this caused us to have to move this fire extinguisher from the floor behind the driver. And so the bus company came up with the idea that it would fit pretty good on the driver barrier inside of the driver's barrier. So I removed the base from the floor. I covered the holes that were left by the previous mounting of this bracket. And so I taped up the bracket to this barrier door, measured where we wanted this bracket. And so what I did was I used a center punch to mark the center of the holes, and then I got a small drill bit to kind of make a hole that would hopefully be centered. I actually had to do 5 holes. It had 5 spots for mounting screws. So I did these 5 holes here. I'm still doing one of the holes here. This is drilling through a steel door, and so if I would have used a brand new bit, I would have been done long ago. I did, I don't know, probably 8 of these brackets on the buses that we have. So I just decided to film one of these, and that's what this video is here. So here I'm making a second hole, and I'm wearing a headlamp. It's daytime in the shop, but I am inside the bus, and I have the bus turned off because I removed the driver's seat. I had to remove the air from the driver's seat as well, and so I'd rather just keep the bus off until everything is done. At this point, though, I did already do the driver's seat base installation, and then I worked on the fire extinguisher. So I could have turned on the lights, but I have these cool headlamps, and they work great. This is a USB headlamp I got off of Amazon. I pretty much just connect them, leave them on the charger overnight. I have 2 of them, and use one when it runs out or starts dimming out. I plug it back in to charge, and I put the other one on as needed. A very handy tool. Also here I am using the 12-volt DeWalt Extreme drill driver, and it works very good. I like the grip, the handle on it. It feels good in the hand. It's good ergonomics to it. as opposed to a bigger drill or other brands. But this DeWalt works pretty good. I've had it, I don't know, about 3 years already. Got it at Lowe's. I know they sell the 12 volt extreme products from DeWalt there. I haven't seen them at Lowe's. So I actually have the drill driver, I have the impact driver, and I have a 3/8 impact wrench as well. And I also have a 12 volt electric ratchet as well. So they all operate pretty good. So after I did the first holes with the smaller drill bits, I can't remember off the top of my head what size it was, but it was pretty small, maybe a 1/4 inch or less bit size. So I did all the holes, and now I get the right size drill bit. Again, I can't think off the top of my head. It might be a 3/8. So, and here you see it's locking up on me once the bit goes in. I was going in too slow. This drill has 2 settings. It has a 2 speeds of a 1 or a 2, and so 2 is a lot faster. And again, it just I drill these holes on either one of the speeds. Going faster, I think, is a lot better and easier. Again, with a brand new drill bit, the holes just, it cuts right through like nothing. So again, as I said here, I'm enlarging the holes, and then I will be mounting this bracket. Since I was talking about the DeWalt drill, when I got this drill, I was looking at getting some power tools. I was using a older Bosch 18 volt with the older style battery. When I started working here at this job, I was looking for an impact driver, and I went online and I saw someone on Facebook Marketplace selling some power tools. I think it was about $50 I paid for a bag with circular saw, drill driver, and an impact driver. I believe it was just, those 3 tools, 2 batteries, and a charger. One battery wouldn't hold the charge at all. The other battery would hold a very light charge. I mean, it felt like if I used the tool for 15 minutes, the batteries would die. So I went on Amazon and looked up for batteries, and I went on eBay, and I found a company, I guess, that made batteries for the tool, for the Bosch tool. So I bought two batteries, and they worked pretty good until I used those tools for about a year. And then I was looking to buy other tools, and a coworker mentioned that he had gotten some at Lowe's. So I started looking up Home Depot and Lowe's, and I saw they had the 12 volt extreme. So if you bought this drill driver, if I bought this drill driver, it came with 2 2-amp hour batteries, a bag, and a charger for $99. Also, you would get a free 5-amp hour battery. So I bought 3 tools. I bought the drill driver, the impact driver, so I got the same thing, charger, bag, and 2 batteries, and then another 5-amp hour. And I bought the 3/8 impact driver. So here, after I enlarged all the holes, you see here I installed the first riv nut. So I believe I probably just show that one, and then I get back to work and install the other 4 riv nuts on this door. So yes, back to the DeWalt. It has served me pretty good for the applications that I use, working on buses, transit buses. the minor drilling I have to do. When I have to do bigger drilling, the shop has a 20 volt, the big hammer drill, so a DeWalt as well. I have other DeWalt tools, 20 volt tools. I have some bigger 5 amp hour, 6 amp hour batteries, 4 amp hour batteries. So the shop also has some 4 amp hour batteries, I believe is what they have. So I try to use their battery with their equipment unless I'm doing something else, or someone is using the battery for one of the tools, then I will use the other shop tools with my batteries. There you see in the back, I'm still installing the rib nuts on the door. I'm installing the center one there. So with the DeWalt 12 volt tools, again, great deal when I got them. So I ended up getting 3 tools, 6 2 amp hour batteries. Each one came with 2, 3 chargers, 3 tool bags, and then I got 3 5 amp hour batteries. And I did also get a 12 volt one-handed reciprocating saw. I did also get that as well. So because I was using the 12 volt batteries, so I was trying to get all the tools in 12 volts that I needed or could use here for my work. And then I did end up getting some bigger tools because the 20 volt tools, because I did get the big 1/2 inch high torque impact, the DCF 900, and that was great for the lug nuts and for radius rods, wherever I had space to use the big impact. It worked pretty good. It has a lot of power. And so here you see the bracket is in, and now I'm putting the screws onto the riv nuts. I kind of just get them all started by hand. Some of these brackets, the holes were just dead on. You're doing them by hand. I'm not using a drill press. So the angle that I hold the drill, the holes were a little off centered. So in some cases I just got all the screws started. Sometimes I pulled the bracket a little away from the door to get the screws started, and then I give each screw 2 or 3 turns at a time, and then keep hopping screw to screw until the whole bracket sat nice and flush against the door, and it was nice and secure. As you see here, I'm giving each couple of the screws just a couple of turns, right, to bring it down even, almost as if I was torquing it down to a certain spec. But the torque spec here is good and tight. And so you see how I'm getting them all tight, getting it flush to the door. And so just once I get it all tight here, then you get to see the actual work I did. You get I get a better camera angle here. So I mean, you can notice I am trying to get them nice and tight. And like I said, if the holes are a little off-centered, you have to turn each screw a little bit at a time, give it a couple of turns until everything gets nice and flushed down and as tight as possible. And let's see, I believe it's all, well, I'm going to go back and double check. Looks like they're all Nice and tight there. Secure. It's all flush. Want to make sure the bracket is flush to the door. And now I believe here I'm grabbing the fire extinguisher, cleaning it up a little bit. Like I said, this was on the floor behind the driver's seat. As you can see, the door has a nylon strap there to prevent it from swinging way further out than it should. There, just kind of showing right that it's nice and flush. It's mounted securely, nice and tight. It's not going to go anywhere from there. There is enough space between the driver's seat and the door when it closes, and that's the actual driver's seat there.